UFC San Diego weigh-in recap show, full card predictions, and the betting breakdown. We're going to talk about each of the matchups on this card after seeing the fighters on the scales. Make sure you guys smash that like button if you're new, subscribe, turn those post notifications on, and share the video as well. Let's start it off with fight number one. Youssef, Zalal, and Blackshear. I have been on Blackshear throughout the week, and I'm definitely looking forward to seeing him make his way into the UFC octagon. I think he's a pretty solid prospect. I like the stand-up. Granted, he's fighting a tricky kickboxer in Youssef Zalal. I actually think Blackshear definitely has an advantage in the grappling department, especially the wrestling. I do think he'll land takedowns. I'm riding with Blackshear still. We looked at the fighters on the scales. Both guys in shape, but for 135 pounds, Blackshear fills out the frame with more muscle mass than his opponent, Youssef Zalal. I think in the clinch, that's going to be a factor. On the floor, that's a factor. Blackshear, as a late notice replacement, beats Youssef Zalal, who's dropping to 135 for the first time in his UFC career. We're riding with by decision as the official pick. I do think it's going to be a fairly competitive fight. Zalal is a slight favorite, upwards of -129, and then Blackshear at +125 dog money. Looking towards prop betting, I don't love props here. I would say we're probably going long, so over 2.5 could hit. But you got two young prospects who are hungry in the UFC. I think a finish is not impossible, especially with the crowd in attendance. Blackshear to win by decision. The official pick is +255. I like money line Blackshear as an underdog. I'm riding with him, and I'm feeling pretty damn good about it. And I'm excited as hell to see his UFC debut. Blackshear for the win over Youssef Zalal. Next fight, Jason Witt versus Josh Quinlan. Weird situation with this fight being 180-pound catch weight. Quinlan comes in at 175. He doesn't look substantially smaller than Jason Witt, and he's been the pick throughout the week, Josh Quinlan. Does anything change because he comes in at 175? I feel slight concern that he could be bullied a bit in the wrestling department. He's already at a disadvantage, I think, in the wrestling. Clearly the better striker, though. He's going to have a speed advantage, a power advantage, and if he touches Jason Witt on the chin, he will knock him out. Does he do it? I'm banking on second-round knockout. I think Witt probably wins the first. I could see the fight ending at any point. Witt, I really feel like would need more of a grinding decision win. I think Quinlan's live for a KO throughout each of the rounds. I will pick Quinlan to win by knockout still, but a diminished level of confidence seeing the 175 out of a little bit concern that Witt could have some clear grappling strength advantages, and he already has the better wrestling, let alone. +245 Witt as a dog, Quinlan -261 as the favorite. Quinlan the official pick. Don't love the width of the lines, though. That over is not feeling like a play. Quinlan to win by knockout +105. Not feeling a ton because it's not great plus, but I am expecting that outcome. I don't really love the props. I think Quinlan wins. Maybe it's a stay-off fight. I'm not craving a dog attack on Jason Witt, but I don't know if I'm all over Josh Quinlan with that same level of excitement at 175 with Witt coming in at 179. Looking at them, facing off, it doesn't seem like it's going to be a factor. But there has to be a little bit of concern there just because of the weights. Quinlan does seem to have more muscle tissue. We'll find out as the fight goes down. We'll pick Quinlan KO. Next fight of the night, flyweight action, Ode Osbourne and Tyson Nam. I have been on Osbourne with a fair amount of confidence throughout the week. I think he beats the aging Nam, especially with Nam coming in with a layoff. He's been off for a while now, and he's 38. Looking at the face-off there, 38 for flyweight is not young. 38 at heavyweight, light heavyweight, fine. You can fight a lot longer at the weight classes where it's not so much about the fast twitch muscle fibers, the explosive. There's a lot of movement and speed that goes on at 25. I think Osbourne will have the level difference. Yes, Tyson Nam will still carry knockout power in his hands. He's dangerous standing up. But Ode Osbourne, I think, is going to be tricky to deal with, a rangy kickboxing style, and I'm picking him to win the bout. I say he beats Tyson Nam, and I'm banking on knockout win for Ode Osbourne in an impressive one at flyweight where I really think it jumps his stock up a lot. Ode Osbourne is a huge favorite at -250. Tyson Nam plus 280. I guess 250 is not huge, but he's upwards in the minus 300 range elsewhere. If we go Osbourne by KO TKO plus 185. Okay plus money, but not as good as the decision at plus 245. Interesting to see the books lining that one up, similar to how I'm seeing it. I'm banking on Osbourne. I do pick him confidently. I'll pick by KO. Decent bet, not a great one. Definitely possibility Nam goes the full 3. You have to respect proven durability on his side, but I think Osbourne beats a Nam who's aging and been off for a while. Next one. Gabriel Benítez and Charlie Ontiveros. I have been on Gabriel Benítez confidently throughout the week, and then my co-host of the Moneyline, Mike Finch, blows my mind picking Charlie Ontiveros for the win. I don't have that same feeling. I'm picking Gabriel Benítez still. I think Benítez should knock Ontiveros out. If he loses this fight, Gabriel Benítez, he should retire from mixed martial arts because Ontiveros is levels below him in technical ability. He does have awkward athleticism and he is long. He's got a good taekwondo background, so he's dangerous with his kicks, but Benítez should be able to walk inside, close distance with powerful straights, and I do also think chopping at the legs of Ontiveros, who I feel like is just super awkward from distance, but also very hittable. And then we also note Ontiveros lacks a good grappling game. I feel like Benítez could definitely take him down here. You got an AKA guy. He has the wrestling chops in the back pocket. Benítez for the win. I say he gets it done, and I do think he'll look pretty good doing it with a comeback win. He needs this fight badly. Bad. Looking towards the odds, Benítez minus 330. Ontiveros is plus 300. It's a great plus money stab if you jumped on Ontiveros and let's say he wins. Let's say you have him by KO, plus 450. But likelihood to me is low. Benítez to win by KO is minus 160. There's no play on that. I think Benítez would be more of a parlay piece. Under 2.5 is terrible at minus 445. This is almost a no bet situation. And yeah, you could jump on the dog, but Ontiveros is not UFC level. It would just be that Benítez is officially well past the prime. I think he's got a little more left, and he beats the Charlie Ontiveros here by KO. Next fight of the night. Ladies, Nina Nunes and Cynthia Calvillo. I have been riding Nina Nunes for the upset throughout the entire week. But I'm not going to say there isn't a bit of worry that Calvillo controls her on the ground. I mean, I gotta acknowledge, I like how Calvillo looks physically. She seemed confident walking up to fight Nunes. Granted, if Nunes can defend the takedown, I really think she out-kickboxes Calvillo with relative ease. I don't think Calvillo is a significant striking threat to Nina Nunes. She has a clear path to victory, which is get the fight on the floor. Control Nina there. And if she can do that, yes, high possibility of success. I'm not going to say she does. I don't believe she does it. I think you're going to see Nina Nunes work a good jab, good movement, and I think she's going to pick apart Cynthia Calvillo from distance. If Calvillo lands takedowns early and you're playing the dog side, maybe you're getting worried. You switch things up because I expect this fight to go distance. I don't really see a finish on either side. Doubting Calvillo by sub, doubting Nunes by knockout, picking Nunes to win via decision here. As an underdog, she is that good plus money. Get a little juice on her. She's sitting at what value here? Nina Nunes is plus 170 as a dog. Cynthia Calvillo minus 180. I like the plus 170 tag. Women's MMA. Good dog or pass situation. I think Nina is worth attack for me personally, and I am picking her to win. I do think the possibility is pretty fair. Plus 265, Nina Nunes for a decision victory also for the best prop that you can get for that fight. I like Nina Nunes to win over Cynthia Calvillo. Upset. Next fight of the night. Łukasz Brzeski and Martin Buday. Listen, I think Martin Buday has an advantage in the clinch. I think he has advantage in the close range striking. I do think he has more knockout power than Brzeski, and he's so much bigger. 266, 236. Brzeski's going to get bullied, and I'm actually going towards Buday by TKO. I think he's going to stop Brzeski, probably against the cage. Good clinch knees and elbows, potentially grinding on him for the first round, wearing Brzeski down, and then stopping him in the second or third. I'm riding Brzeski KO TKO. It definitely could be earlier in the fight as well, but I like KO for Brzeski. Let me look towards the betting odds. or excuse me, the weigh-in. We'll pull up the betting odds in just a moment, but I want to pull up the fighters on the scales. You can see the thickness of Buday. His chest is freaky looking. He's got a very odd frame, but that is a frame with a lot of weight right in the center, which is going to be heavy to deal with when it's pressing you against the cage. He's going to wear on Brzeski, and he's going to knock him out. Buday for the win. I do think he is a confident pick, but the value is not great at minus 275. Brzeski plus 255. Underdog City. Looking at the over 1.5 is now concerning, minus 185. I could see Brzeski stopped. Buday to win by KO TKO is sitting at plus 145 best value. I will be banking on that. Earlier in the week, I was kind of thinking it was going longer, but my mind has shifted, and I really see that weight differential getting the stoppage also by wearing Brzeski out. Buday for the win, knockout, and expect a fun heavyweight battle. Power on the side of Buday, strength on the side of Buday, and a significant weight difference. 30 pounds is huge. Buday for the win. Let's jump to the next fight of the night, which is our featured prelim. It's Angela Hill taking on Lupita Godinez. I've been riding Lupi all week. She's a signature pick. High confidence. I'm riding with her to beat Angela Hill. Angela has one win in a while, Ashley Yoder. Lupita Godinez is going to exploit the weakness in the grappling department, and you're going to see control on the ground for 3 rounds by Lupita. I'm riding with Lupi. I do think she's a legit prospect in this weight class, on her way to becoming a contender, really. I think she's on the rise as a contender with this win here over Angela Hill, who's a good stepping stone fight. She's a very talented striker. She's quick. She's athletic, but she's going to get outclassed in the grappling. Lupita, pressure, takedowns, control from the top position. She wins the bout by a decision. I like her. The face-off, I mean, yes, Angela Hill's a little more imposing, I guess you could say, with her frame, but not really. To be honest, no, she's not. She's just a little bit taller and longer, and you know she can kickbox fairly well, but she's going to be in trouble because the fight's going to the floor. Lupita Godinez, confidently, she gets the win by a decision. Lupi, line for her, minus 325. Angela Hill, plus 300. I like Lupita Godinez to win. And as I said, I'm feeling very confident that she gets it done. Godinez to win via decision is minus 150. Official pick. Don't really like that prop bet. Lupi's a parlay piece, and she beats Angela Hill. Styles make fights. It's a great stylistic matchup for Lupita. Let's jump to the main card. Gerald Meerschaert versus Bruno Silva. If you guys have not yet, make sure to smash that like button. And if you're new, subscribe to the channel. I'm picking Bruno Silva to win the fight. I do think the knockout power is a vast difference maker. His grappling should be capable, at least to defend takedown attempts. Meerschaert not known for elite level offensive wrestling. He has decent clinch takedowns. He does trip his opponents well against the cage. He'll shoot for singles at times. I think Gerald Meerschaert is extremely dangerous if it goes to the floor, but Bruno Silva is not going to be easy to get there. And striking, vast differential of knockout power. Gerald Meerschaert, I think, is too stiff also. Bruno Silva a lot looser. The decision loss to Alex Pereira is really carrying weight well. Granted, I know different stylistic matchups. Striker versus striker, striker versus grappler. Bruno Silva will not be taken down, and he will rip the head of Gerald Meerschaert off. We've seen Meerschaert knocked out quickly a few times. I think this is another one of those fights. Bruno Silva, hand raised. I'm banking on him to win via knockout. I think he gets it done on the feet. I think he's going to be impressive as well. I do want to pull up the face-off for this fight. Let's grab it here. Bruno Silva. It was an intense face-off. I like this stare down. I'm confident in Bruno Silva as I'm getting half my face cut out from this. Bruno Silva for the win. I'm going KO Bruno. Looking towards the lines, yes, Bruno Silva's a wide favorite. He's expected to knock out Meerschaert. He's minus 275 best value, plus 260 Meerschaert as the underdog. Bruno Silva to win by KO. I do think we're going under 2.5 at minus 245. Bruno Silva KO TKO plus, no, there's no plus, excuse me, minus 134. Meerschaert by submission, which is his most likely method of victory, is upwards of plus 575. I like Bruno Silva by KO. I expect him to win that way, but you're not touching the prop of that one. I don't love the under 1.5, though I am banking on, yes, it does go under 1.5. I don't really love the play much. Bruno Silva, he would be a parlay piece. He's a wide favorite, but he is a very confident pick that he gets it done with the hands here. Bruno Silva for the win. Let's jump to ladies matchup. Ariane Lipski and Priscilla Cachoeira rebooking. We were supposed to see this fight last week. I'm very excited to now see it. I think Lipski's the more technical girl, and she wins the fight by a competitive decision. But Cachoeira is an entertaining brawler that will bring the fight each time. And it is a great clash. The zombie girl versus the queen of violence. I expect this to be nonstop fun fight. Lipski is better technically, but Cachoeira is tough as they come. I am a bit concerned, if Cachoeira is able to outmuscle Lipski, maybe mix in a few takedowns, but Lipski should have the better Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu of the two. I'm going to bank on Lipski to win a decision. I do understand some people wanting to go Cachoeira as a dog, but let's be honest. She barely beat Ji Yoon Kim. That was an extremely competitive fight that could have went the other way. She does have some stoppage wins, but look at opponents. Gina Mazzani and Shayna Dobson. Not Ariane Lipski level. I will pick Ariane Lipski. I'm picking her to win a decision. I think she's the better technical fighter, but Cachoeira is a damn tough brawler and always enjoyable to watch. Plus 178 for Cachoeira. Lipski minus 185. I'll say Lipski to win on the cards. Win via decision. Let's see if we can get the line up there. We just closed it as it pulled up. Over 2.5, minus 152, best value. Lipski by a decision is plus 165. I like Lipski to win a decision. I think money line is better. I do think they're going to over 2.5 and expect a fucking great fight. Like, I'm so excited for this matchup. I'm happy to finally see these ladies go for it after being canceled last week, because it's a fight that I really think is going to be entertaining. Next fight of the night, Devin Clark versus Azamat Murzakanov. I've been on Devin Clark as an underdog. I'm feeling a lot better about a Devin Clark underdog than someone like an Augusto Sakai who got sloshed last week. As we look at the fighters on the scales, I'm not getting the Spivak vibe from Azamat Murzakanov, but I will tell you this. He's very thick in the upper traps neck region. You know he can wrestle a bit. Devin Clark has one path to victory, which is wrestling. Azamat Murzakanov could technically outstrike Clark, and I do also think he could sleep him. Finishing ability really favors the side of Murzakanov. I feel as though Devin Clark could win a grinding decision, but it's very dependent on, can he land the takedown? It's a big if. Can he? Can he do it if he lands the takedown? I'm going to still ride with Devin Clark, but concerned about the pick. Let's look towards the betting odds real quick. Azamat Murzakanov minus 145, Clark plus 140. I want to look at Murzakanov by KO TKO. He's sitting at plus 165. Even though I'm on the opposing side, I think plus 165 could be a valuable potential play because Murzakanov is slick with the striking. I have to mention it. Even though I'm going Clark, I do like the plus money. I'm more concerned with him as a dog than Nina. I'm feeling good about Nina and Blackshear. Going towards Devin Clark, not feeling as good about it. And I'll tell you guys honestly, I will pick him still, but I'm concerned in that Murzakanov KO. We'll see what happens fight night. Might be juicy. Could be a hedge. We're still sitting on Devin Clark. Picking him to win, but less confident with Murzakanov bringing a certain intensity to the scales. You get it from those Russian fighters. They're intense guys. We'll pick Clark with low confidence. Now, this is the featured bout. It's Yazmin Jauregui versus Yazmin Lucindo. I've been picking Lucindo, but I feel like this is Yazmin's fight to lose. They're trying to sell her in San Diego, Mexican fighter. Of course, they're trying to jump the hype quick. I guarantee you a lot of people in attendance will be interested in supporting, very tough Mexican girl who's on the rise. I have to go dog, but it seems like a setup. I hate that this is covering my face. Let me shift this over a bit. I mean, she looks good, jacked on the scale. She's fighting a 20-year-old Lucindo. She's a kid. Insane to see, but she's got a ton of pro fights. 17 pro bouts at 20. Lucindo is good on the floor. I think that's where she could capitalize, though I am concerned with her being outstruck. I will pick Lucindo, dog attack, but let's be real. They're trying to build Yazmin 100% on this fight and on this spot on the card. Like, they're trying to hype this girl up. Minus 192 for Yazmin. Lucindo plus 183. I will bank on this fight going longer. Over 2.5 minus 180 is high confidence for me. I like the over more than anything here. I don't really like the prop side all that much. We'll ride Lucindo to win. Upset decision, but over being the better bet, I think, as far as risk management-wise. Though Lucindo, value-wise, good plus money. Co-main event of the evening, David Onama and Nate Landwehr. They were jawing a bit back and forth, and I felt that intensity from Nate Landwehr. He's definitely being slept on by the books. He is way, 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 way too big of a dog. We don't know enough about David Onama. Yes, he's good. He's explosive. He's got powerful hands. He trains at a good gym at Glory MMA and Fitness. But he's fighting an experienced dude in Nate Landwehr. I mean, you look back, yeah, Nate Landwehr in the UFC, on and off a bit, but he's an M1 fighter who did well. Like, come on, this is a no joke, Nate Landwehr. I can't fully sleep on him here. It was the belt. He was the featherweight champion. And I mean, these are quality records. He's got competition that he's fought and done well against. David Onama is a real prospect, and he seems to have the goods. Seems to. I'm concerned that could be a big mismark. They could be underestimating Landwehr. Still, though, I have to ride Onama to win. There's no pick change here. But I respect Nate Landwehr. And if you're going heavy on Onama, I think you need to maybe pump the brakes. Because it could be one of those fights where he gets exposed by an experienced in-game Nate Landwehr who's pretty good everywhere. He's gotten starched a few times early. But overall, he can fight. He beat Darren Elkins. That's a valuable win. He out-Elkins the Elkins. I'm riding with Onama to win, but losing confidence in it the more I talk about it. The dog bet would be Nate Landwehr plus 260. I'm not feeling the same way about Onama that I have felt. There's something about the weigh-in, something about the intensity. I would pump the brakes on the Onama if you're going real hard at him. Maybe you touch a light Nate Landwehr Dog City attack. Minus 305 Onama, Landwehr plus 300. Over a round and a half, minus 137. Onama to win by KO TKO, plus 148. You could just touch that Landwehr dog line if you're looking at plus 300. It might be worth a light sprinkle at the very least. But I am picking Onama to win. Just too wide. Way too wide. Should be minus 125, even minus 175, minus 200, not minus 330. Let's jump to the main event of the evening. If you guys have not yet, make sure to smash the hell out of the like button. And if you're new, subscribe to the channel. Let's talk about it. It's Marlon Chito Vera and Dominick Cruz. I want to pull up the face-off right away. There they were. Close to one another, intense. Both guys say they are prepared to die in the cage, which, you know what? I love to hear it as a fan of high-level fights because this division, bantamweight, is probably, to me, maybe the best weight class in the sport. Fights are incredible. This fight, I think, will be no different. You have Dominick Cruz, whose movement is off the charts. Marlon Chito Vera, an extremely dangerous striker. Someone with finishing ability, extreme durability. How's he going to slow the movement of Cruz? I expect him to attack the legs. That's a major key to victory. I don't think Dominick Cruz has the speed he once had. I don't think he's going to have the punch or kick, I guess, resistance, overall chin, as he once had. I think Marlon Vera can get a stoppage of Dominick Cruz here. I think he can catch him with something and hurt him bad. We saw Pedro Munoz stun Cruz, and Cruz still recovers. Yes, Pedro Munoz is solid. Good fighter. Marlon Chito Vera is top line at this point. I'm going to bank on Marlon Vera to win, and I'm leaning it towards KO. But be noted, we definitely could go 5, and I could see Vera winning it on the cards. He is one of the most fit fighters in MMA. I know he'd run I think 8 or 10 miles he talked about every day in the morning just to do it, and he had to cut back on it, as he gets closer to the fights because he doesn't want to overtrain the hell out of himself. He's a cardio monster. He's a beast. He can go to war. Marlon Vera, minus 214 is the favorite. Dominick Cruz, plus 205 is the dog. If you go Vera by KO, it's sitting at plus 340. I don't love it. I think maybe more of a Vera money line play. I know some people are liking Cruz as underdog. I like touching the main event. I like adding the excitement there, so I will go after Marlon Vera and play him because I need that little something on the line. But let's be real. Dominick Cruz is not a bad plus money dog, but I do think he gets knocked out here. I'm picking Marlon Vera with a decent amount of confidence, decent level. I expect him to be more dangerous on the feet. I don't think Cruz can out-wrestle him at this point. I think Cruz is slowed, and I think Vera finds his shot and gets a KO win, and I'll bank on third round. Overall, we got a pretty fun card in store. I'll be live for it, so make sure you guys tune into the channel. Before I send you guys off, though, we do have to jump to parlays just a little bit. Some little parlays to play. If I'm throwing down on parlays, I'm feeling very good after seeing the fighters on the scales, and Martin Buday, Lupita, Godinez. I'm feeling extremely good. Granted, your line is sitting at minus 130 there. I really don't like the value much. I feel like Ode Osbourne's not a bad play. Brings you to plus 130. If you're also feeling good about Dog Damon Blackshear, plus 385 if we had all these fighters on the slate. But I could see people leaving them out, going towards other plays. I feel like Vera at the top if you want to add a little excitement to the parlay. But realistically speaking, I think we could be smart with maybe touching the over in this fight here at minus 230. Brings you to plus 230. Overall, plenty of ways to play your parlays. Keep them on the safer side. I still think Bruno Silva's a quality pick as well at plus 350. There's a lot of solid plays to make. A little bit concerned about having Onama kind of sitting on the other side of the fence there as far as adding him to a big parlay. Do as you feel. Do as you wish. Enjoy the hell out of the fights. And come join the Fight Companion and watch it up with me because I'll be live for the entire thing from start to finish. Make sure you guys smash that like button if you're new. Subscribe to the channel. Turn those post notifications on and share the video as well. Closing in on that 10,000 subscriber count. We're getting closer and closer by the day. I really appreciate each and every one of you for the continued support going all the way to the top. Much love. Thank you all so much. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. Drop a W in the chat if you don't have anything to say, but you want to boost that algorithm. Get these views popping. Thank you guys so much. Much love. And I will see you all in the next one. Peace, everybody.